Titan A, true story, the descent that never returned. On June 18th, 2023, 5 people sealed themselves inside a submersible the size of a small van. The hatch was bolted shut from the outside. There was no emergency exit, no independent escape system, only one way out. Back to the surface. They were headed 12,500 feet below the North Atlantic, to the wreck of the Titanic. They never arrived. This isn't fiction. This is beyond the story. Titan was operated by Oceangate Expeditions, a private company offering deep-sea exploration missions. The vessel was experimental. Its hull was made of carbon fiber and titanium, a design that had drawn both attention and criticism within deep-sea engineering circles. On board that morning were 5 men: Stockton Rush, founder and CEO of Oceangate. An aerospace engineer by training, he had positioned himself as a disruptor in deep-sea exploration, advocating for innovation over traditional certification models. He was piloting the vessel. Hamish Harding, a British businessman and adventurer known for extreme expeditions. He had traveled to space, circumnavigated the globe, and pursued record-setting flights. Titan was another chapter in a life defined by exploration. Paul-Henri Nargeolet, a French deep-sea explorer and one of the world's leading experts on the Titanic wreck. He had completed dozens of dives to the site and was widely respected in the maritime archaeology community. Shahzada Dawood, a Pakistani-British businessman and philanthropist involved in energy, technology, and charitable initiatives. He was known for supporting education and global development efforts. Suleiman Dawood, his 19-year-old son, a university student with an interest in science and exploration. This dive was reportedly a shared father and son experience. They began descending at approximately 9 a.m. The support ship, Polar Prince, monitored communication. At first, everything appeared routine. But at 10:47 a.m., approximately 1 hour and 45 minutes into the descent, communication stopped. No distress signal, no emergency ping, just silence. At first, the loss of contact was treated cautiously. Deep-sea communication is unreliable. Temporary signal drops are not unheard of. But minutes turned to hours. And Titan did not resurface. The U.S. Coast Guard was notified. A search operation began. Titan was believed to carry 96 hours of breathable air. The countdown began immediately. Ships mobilized from multiple countries. Aircraft scanned the ocean surface. Sonar equipment searched miles below. Remotely operated vehicles were deployed. The North Atlantic is vast, cold, unforgiving. Then came reports of sounds. Underwater acoustic sensors detected intermittent banging noises every 30 minutes. Media headlines intensified. Hope surged. But experts cautioned that underwater acoustics are difficult to interpret. The ocean distorts sound. Patterns can mislead. Still, the oxygen clock continued ticking. At the depth Titan was approaching, pressure exceeds 6,000 pounds per square inch. That is hundreds of times greater than atmospheric pressure. At those depths, structural integrity is absolute. A microscopic flaw, a weakened seam, material fatigue. Any compromise would be catastrophic. Implosion at that depth would occur in milliseconds, faster than awareness, faster than reaction, faster than fear. On June 22nd, debris was located near the Titanic wreck site. The U.S. Coast Guard confirmed that Titan had suffered a catastrophic implosion. Investigators stated the event likely occurred shortly after communication was lost on Sunday morning. The prolonged oxygen countdown had not reflected reality. The tragedy had already happened. In the aftermath, scrutiny turned to Oceangate. Former employees had previously raised safety concerns. There were reports of internal disagreements about testing protocols and certification standards. Industry experts had publicly questioned the long-term durability of carbon fiber under repeated deep-sea pressure cycles. Carbon fiber can weaken over time in ways that are not always externally visible. Oceangate operated in international waters. Regulatory oversight for private deep-sea tourism was limited. Innovation had moved faster than regulation. Investigations began. The U.S. Coast Guard and Canadian authorities launched formal inquiries. Debris was recovered and examined. Focus centered on structural failure, bonding between titanium and carbon fiber, and material fatigue. The investigation remains ongoing, but the larger questions persist. What failed? What warnings existed? And what responsibility follows? The Titan story captivated the world, not only because of who was aboard, but because of where they were, miles beneath the surface, inside a sealed capsule, surrounded by darkness. The ocean triggers something primal. It is vast, silent, indifferent. For days, the world imagined 5 people waiting in the dark, but physics later clarified what had likely occurred in an instant. Titan now joins the legacy of the Titanic itself. 2 tragedies separated by more than a century, both tied to ambition, both unfolding in the North Atlantic. The wreck of the Titanic has long symbolized technological overconfidence. Titan may now symbolize the risks of pushing innovation without sufficient oversight. The descent lasted less than 2 hours. The search lasted 4 days. The debate will last much longer. Some people fear what waits in the dark. But sometimes the greatest danger is believing you've mastered it. This has been Beyond the Story. And remember, the truth is always darker.